Welcome to the first edition of the Microphone Club podcast. My name is Nick.
I'm Malachi.
And today we will be discussing Logic's album, his retirement, and how good the album was. So basically what our podcast is going to be about is hip-hop, rap, and some other stuff that may come up. Maybe sports every now and then.
Anything that's sort of going on.
And just stuff about our life, you know?
Yeah.
So first, to start, let's get right into it. So Logic dropped No Pressure, a sequel to his first studio album, Under Pressure. It's been an interesting ride. He announced his retirement along with this album. Overall, the album was good. What were your thoughts on it?
First listen was amazing for me.
We were listening together on Discord, yeah.
Like the first track with like the boom bap style beat, like I really liked that a lot. And then he came and just bodied the beat too. Mm-hmm. And then the second song sort of followed up with that as well. Like I really liked that joint. And then Growing Pains 4.
Growing Pains 4 was great.
It was a dope track.
It was amazing production. You had 3 stacks on it, just saying shit. He didn't even rap. He was just saying shit.
Yeah.
Celebration was great. Silas came in with a good feature. The beat was hard. Open Mic Couriers 3, a more deep kind of song. It's
sort of introspective.
Yeah, you weren't really focused on the production more so. But it was a good song. Soul Food 2 banged. You know, what else would you expect? Perfect was the turn-up song. A lot of people didn't like it.
I actually liked it a lot.
I thought it was okay.
Dope song.
Man I Is, not bad. Dad Bod is definitely my favorite song.
That was funny.
He was on some Slim Shady, freaking lyrical, spherical, miracle, saying some shit, talking about how he sees his fan, he scratches his dick and shakes his hand. That was cool. Five Hooks was good. Yeah, Dark Place is more of the deep song, the sad stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes we be going through it, would it be
sort of what's been going on in Logic's life, the past few years that you've been releasing albums and, the reception hasn't been so great, especially on his last studio album.
I feel like deservedly so, though.
Yeah.
Because Conventions of a Dangerous Mind, I'm a big Logic fan. You are too.
Yeah.
We've been listening since, I put him on in, grade 7.
Yeah.
We've been listening since then, which was, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see him retire, obviously. But, it is what it is. I think he's come to the realization that he's a dad. He wants to focus on being a father and his family and his close friends, obviously. And you can respect that from a guy who's been in the game so long and has really taken a toll on his mental health. You see that with Dark Place, obviously. And then with A to Z, it's just a chill fucking interesting song. I mean, he probably could have left that off the album. It didn't really need to be there. It didn't really do anything for me.
It was an art track.
It was okay. It was an okay track, but if it wasn't on the album, it didn't really add anything to it. Heard Him Say was good. Amen was amazing. I love that song. And Obediently Yours was just Orson Welles talking, which I liked what he said. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff about racism and accepting people. But, yeah, I mean, the album was good. Definitely, in my opinion, his second best album.
Yeah.
It didn't top Under Pressure. The production on here was amazing, though. No ID did this thing. Six did his thing. Logic did his thing. It was great. Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it really well. It's probably 8 out of 10 in my books. 10 out of 10, a lot of people might say maybe it's a top 5 album for me, definitely. And Logic came with a great send-off for his career.
Yeah, can we just take a moment? 2020 has been a great year for music.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on, but we got great albums from very notable artists like The Weeknd, even Lil Uzi Vert. I know some aren't.
And Eternal Take's a controversial one for some people, but it was good.
But it was I'll give credit where credit's due. It was a pretty good album.
And it did numbers too.
Yeah.
But it's gonna do numbers because Uzi.
Obviously, in the posthumous albums we got from Mac Miller. It was a great
Pop
album.
Smoke,
I really liked that
Juice
one.
WRLD.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to the Mac album yet personally.
It's a very good album. I liked it a lot.
I would not believe you. Pop Smoke was great. Came with the drill, but it was very surprising to see Logic because he's been hated since everybody came out in 2017 for being corny and the production's always been there for him.
Yeah.
But a lot of people started realizing that a lot of his stuff is derived from other artists and his style is very lyrical and things like that. And a lot of people have come to see that some people just spit stuff that rhymes and they're like, oh, but it doesn't really make any sense.
Because even with his debut album, people were saying like it was a ripoff of like Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And and then his next album, people were just saying it was like just him sort of. There's too much influence from like Drake, Kanye West. And
a lot of people don't like him because he takes too much from other artists. But honestly, he does put his own style on it, and this album was good. Incredible True Story is a good album.
Yeah.
And Under Pressure is a great album. It does have a lot of Kendrick in it, but I feel like, if you're listening to artists like that, you're gonna jack some of their stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to just create not necessarily create your own style, but not take inspiration from people like that, especially if you're just, you're listening to them all the time. It's like when you're watching a YouTuber so much, you take phrases from your friends. It's just because you're hanging out with them so much, right? Something like that.
But it's not even just Logic. Like even look like Young Thug and like a Lil Wayne. Like you see the heavy influence there too.
Yeah, like Pop Smoke and 50 Cent.
Exactly.
It's like it's similar.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't like that. But Logic's moving on to his retirement. He dropped a good album. He says he's done for now.
Making that bag on that Twitch deal.
Yep, he's gonna be streaming video games now. I was in the stream for his No Pressure release. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, solid album. Definitely, as I said before, second best. The track list throughout is pretty good. He had Andre 3000 on it, which was like not even like a real feature. Silas came hard though. I will admit that was a good feature. That was like his only feature. But you could tell he really wanted this to be good.
And he made sort of paid homage to like other artists that he's worked with as well. Like you mentioned Killer Mike, who was on Everybody album, I think it was.
Yep.
And a lot of rappers that he also said like his production style is influenced by a lot of people like
Kanye especially. Yeah. He shouts out J. Cole a lot. He loves J. Cole. Yeah. Kendrick. But yeah, it's a solid way to end the career.
Yeah, it is.
He's moving on to his retirement. He's got a beautiful family now, and I don't want him to retire personally because I like his music, but I can understand and respect the decision. I think everybody can and should. Yeah.
And moving forward, we're gonna, hopefully, we sort of continue the trend with great music from notable artists. It's gonna be a great year.
Hopefully, we got Drake dropping. J. Cole might drop this year. Kendrick's probably not dropping. I wouldn't expect. No one. Nah.
Probably not. But like, and also you have to realize like a lot of these artists like they can't tour right when they release.
And that's a lot of their money, right, being made.
They're missing out on a lot of money, so people have to sort of realize that too. It's also a business aspect. Like it's not always just about the music. It's also like the business.
As long as people want to say it's about the music, but there's a lot of money involved. No one wants to work for free.
But like Logic, like makes sense for him. He signed that huge deal, so dropping the album kind of.
Yeah, but he said he'll tour, but just when artists will be able to tour will be. It's unknown at this point with coronavirus and all that. But
yeah.
Rappers have been stuck at home. And they've been releasing great music. Like we got Eternal Take, After Hours, Circles, Written Testimony by Jay Electronica wasn't
Future
terrible.
dropped a pretty good project.
Yep, High Off Life was pretty good too. I liked that
Jay
one.
Electronic's album was dope too.
Yep.
Also Denzel Curry with an EP.
Mm-hmm.
I think Unlocked was pretty dope.
There's been a lot of music this year, especially like My Turn was good. Lil Baby. Don Toliver dropped a nice project too. I don't know if you've heard it.
We also got Run the Jewels 4, which is a great, like, just with everything that's going on, is very, like, socially conscious. And I thought, like, it was very, very, like, hard-hitting, especially for, like, people of, like, color that really affected by what was happening. Because they dropped the album early. Like, it was, they're supposed to drop it the 5th of, I think, July, and they ended up dropping it early because, like, it was just perfect timing.
Yeah. I think we should talk about that a little bit, too.
Yeah.
It's just because, obviously, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
They always will.
Always will.
And they never will not. Just putting that out there because some people do be kind of stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
And ignorant and dumb fucks. But hey, it's pretty obvious. Yeah. But yeah, we've gotten a lot of good artists to come out and influence the movement. It was really like big. It still should be really big, but it was big in June and like May, June when the whole
when everything sort of like
popped
really
off. It's still popping off.
Yeah.
But the news doesn't care anymore.
But yeah, it's not. You're not getting clicks anymore. Because they want
other stuff.
Clicks
They're over it.
Yeah.
But there's still protests happening. Pennsylvania, Minneapolis. Not much here in Canada where we live, Toronto. But there was stuff. We care.
Yeah.
Like Draymond Green be talking some shit. But hey,
It's like they're in their own like.
Yeah.
Like they don't really know what's actually really going on. They feel like they're the only ones affected by this, but this is something that's affected people in not just North America, but in Europe as well. And like
especially like it's all over the world. Racism is so prominent, but then we get people are racist that still listen to these black artists.
Yeah.
Like you can't be listening to Uzi or The Weeknd or just who I have here, right? It's just it doesn't make any sense to me. But moving on from that, we just want to reiterate Black Lives Matter. It's important that we're all equal, we're all treated equal, we're all paid equal.
Yeah.
Everyone gets equal opportunities
to succeed.
Yep. Yeah. We all deserve to have an equal chance of succeeding in life. Yeah. Okay, switching gears here. Talk about Logic. Congrats on his retirement, obviously. But there is some new stuff dropping, and there has been stuff dropping from the last Friday. So obviously, let's go over some news that leaked. Lil Uzi and Future have been seen filming music videos, and like I think 4 is what they said. And there's gonna be a collab tape called "Return to Pluto." Mm-hmm. It's gonna be apparently a 12-song collab album with big features like Drake and Travis, which are 2 of the biggest artists in the industry right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be great. It's just a leak right now. Nothing at all is confirmed. But they're saying July 31st drop date, which that'd go crazy. Like that's a good project. Plus Uzi basically dropped 2 albums this year.
Yeah. The deluxe
was basically a whole other album.
Love is Rage 2.
Yep. And then
Lil Uzi versus the World.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And then Future dropped High Off Life, which was good. It had some good tracks. I liked it. That's probably top 5 for me this year. But yeah, them coming together is cool. Very good styles, I think. Uzi does get annoying to me sometimes, but I do enjoy his music. Future I always like. Very good production and voice, and the misogyny king, you know what it'd be. But yeah, that's interesting. We got some, I guess, not any news from Kanye recently. He's been on some Twitter tirades and shit,
yeah.
I guess.
A bit wild if you follow him on
Twitter or seen him on Instagram. It's just, he's been tweeting some next shit.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get deep into that because that's like, I don't know, something I don't really want to talk about. But
he teased the Donda album,
which was supposed to come out Friday, but
Kanye.
It's not gonna come out Friday. They're saying this Friday. It's gonna be every Friday until we die. But yeah, a lot of people don't like Kanye because of his political values, but I think you have to be able to
separate music from politics.
And we can do that because his music is good. I don't know what everyone thought of Jesus King. What were your thoughts on that one?
I mean, it was an okay record. I thought like it did feel a bit rushed, but it wasn't. I liked it.
It's not.
It wasn't like.
It's also more of an acquired taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more or less. It's gospel music, right? You like it or you don't.
Yeah.
But also, you gotta look at Kanye's one of the greatest producers in our generation. Just the production behind his songs are immaculate. It's crazy to see and hear everything. Like Close on Sunday is about fucking Chick-fil-A, but it's a crazy song. You know what I mean? The music video goes hard. It's just Kanye's production has always been good and it will always be good. Yeah. He's also a perfectionist. You can tell by how he delays everything. He always wants to perfect it as perfect. And you can see that with his art. It's always good.
You'll see the range in his discography, just like how like different all of his albums sound. You listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and go to The Life of Pablo. It's just 2 completely different eras of Kanye West.
And he's trying to tell different stories on everything. It's just like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is a classic. Late Registration classic. All those things like that. Like Kanye just drops classics. Jesus King not a classic. I'm sorry. It's good. It'll do numbers because it's Kanye.
Yeah.
But it's not a classic.
It did numbers, obviously.
Yeah. And Life of Pablo, that's probably my favorite Kanye album. But yeah, when he drops Donna, I hope it's good. He's been going through some shit. I think we all gotta hope he gets better. And because he got that bipolar disorder. Because Ye was good, KSG was good. I messed with those tracks. You also got Cudi, so Cudi's nice.
And also been producing for hella people as well, like Pusha T back in 2018, like with Daytona, was a fully Kanye West produced, was a dope project.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I don't think it gets the credit that it deserves.
People don't like Pusha T that much because of the Drake thing.
But you gotta put the beef aside. Like if you really like hip hop, like Pusha T's one of he's an amazing.
He doesn't have the notoriety the mainstream people get, but he does have the skill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's important to have that, but a lot of people just overlook it because when you're fighting Drake's like Drake's the biggest artist in hip hop.
Yeah.
And he won, but still, like Drake didn't take a hit with Drake and Pusha T. It's gonna be what it is. Pusha T loves sending shots at Drake on every song, for some reason.
And Drake does the same thing too, just more subtle, I guess.
Yeah, but like Drake's not going out of his way, I guess, because Drake doesn't really need that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, like, there was the Pop Smoke whole drama with Young Thug and Pusha T.
Yeah.
Where Pusha T was dissing Drake on a Dead Man's track. And I'm like, bro, come on, bro. At some point, you just gotta be,
Well, I do agree, but at the same time, I think Pop Smoke would have loved that. Just like his sort of demeanor, like he did, like you saw, like he made a diss to 6ix9ine in one of his songs, but it's a bit of a different sort of standpoint. But like,
I think the thing with that,
if Pop Smoke was alive,
if Pop Smoke's alive, sure, but also like, how long ago was that beef? Like 2018?
Yeah, well, it goes back. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, at some point, it's just. We get it, you won.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Like, I'm not being some Drake fucking stan or some shit, but like, at some point, you won, okay? It's not like you don't see Muhammad Ali. Okay, well, he's dead. You don't see fucking Floyd Mayweather running around throwing disses at Conor McGregor his whole life.
That's true.
Like, man, you won. You got the credit for winning.
And you should move on at some point.
Move on.
Yeah.
I think that's just me.
Yeah.
But I guess Push's personality is kind of just like, get fucked. Like, in my opinion, it is what it is. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah. But yeah, man, I just don't understand why he would diss. And then they took Pusha T off the track anyway.
Yeah. Well, he requested to have the verse taken off because just to
end it, just
sort of,
which is smart, honestly. Just let it go.
Yeah.
But I messed with that song. It was a good song with Gunna and Young Thug, Paranoia. Yeah. The Pop Smoke Deluxe was good. But yeah, we were talking about the Drake drops with DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
They've made some good tracks together. You had like For Free, 2016, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Grease and Popstar were very good.
Yeah.
Grease is some new sound he was experimenting with.
People were saying he was like just completely stripping like his style from The Weeknd almost. So a lot of people were saying.
But they're good now.
Yeah.
Like they stopped their beef and shit.
Yeah. Which
is fine. But I liked it. I think Drake slid nice on the track. It is what it is. I think it's nice to see him experimenting with some vocals. I liked it a lot. Popstar was just Drake, doing his thing, bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up, not stop, Drake do be saying shit like that. 2 good records. I'm looking forward to the Drake album. He said there's going to be no singles released prior, which I can get behind. A lot of people have mixed opinions on Scorpion. I like Scorpion personally, but
there were a lot of mixed opinions on that album. But like there were some joints that slapped for sure.
Blue Tint was fire.
Yeah.
Mob Ties, Can't Take a Joke. In My Feelings, freaking 18 times platinum. God's Plan was on it, but like that was released way before. All right, so we talked about Drake. We talked about the Pusha T thing. Pop Smoke, Logic. We broke some stuff down about some artists.
Yeah. So
now, because it's the first episode, I think it's important that you know our music tastes.
Yeah.
And what we listen to individually. So we're gonna be breaking out some of the artists that we listen to, who we like. Not necessarily our top 5 or a list, more or less just who's in the rotation nowadays. You know what I mean? We be listening to music all the time. It's so accessible nowadays.
Always getting into new artists too, like.
People are always dropping stuff, so it's easy to keep up with the scene. So, Malka, you want to go ahead? Tell us what you've been listening to lately.
Oh yeah, so lately I've been listening to a lot of Absol. So anyone familiar with like TDE, like that record label with Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, SZA.
Like Dreamville type shit.
Yeah, but J Rock as well. I love Absol a lot. His album he hasn't dropped in a while. He dropped a single this year.
Mm-hmm.
It was a freestyle. I can't pronounce the name. It was like a long name. But I really like that single and his album last studio album was 2016. Do What Thou Wilt, and it was like such a deep introspective album. Like he touched on a lot of like deep topics. Like there's like this whole that album basically this whole like law of like some I can't remember what it was, but it was like based off of like some like law. like Law of Love or something like that. It's a really cool album. With Vince Staples, another dope artist I like.
Dave East.
I don't really listen to Dave East. But,
Vic Mensa. You're Malachi's faves.
No, I'm not. I don't listen to them, but oh yeah, Mac Miller as well. Rest in peace.
What are your favorite tracks by these artists?
My favorite tracks. Ooh.
If someone was like, "Yo, I'm trying to get into Mac Miller," what would you tell them to play?
Mac. Okay. Oh, I would say definitely listen to his album "Watching Movies with the Sound Off."
Mm-hmm.
It's a dope album.
Cause I've never listened to him, honestly.
That's his best. I think it's his best studio album. Obviously, he has a mixtape called Faces, but it's not on streaming services.
Nah, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
It's actually so trash.
Yeah. That's a dope project as well.
But yeah, man, a lot of artists have been sadly passing away lately.
Yeah.
We had X back in 2018. I feel like there's been way too much death since then in the music industry. Like Lil Peep died. It's just unfortunate. Like Juice, Nipsey was pretty sad because he was so influential to a lot of the hip hop scene. Like he wasn't mostly like known by the casual hip hop fan, but it's very clear his influence on people was so large.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD, unfortunately, December. Pop Smoke in February. It's just been really sad lately how much of these artists who had so much potential, and we see it with their posthumous
releases. Yeah.
It's just you could tell where they were going. Like Mac Miller, who he just discussed. It's just the other thing with music is like we're listening to these guys every day. It's like we're connected to them, and it's just when they're gone, it's like a part of you is gone. It's like if your friend died or like a public figure or someone like a guardian that you look up to died. It's because you listen to them every day. You keep up with their life, and just they're gone. And they still got music in the bank. But if they like X's album Bad Vibes Forever was terrible. They shouldn't have dropped that. It made no sense to me. It was clear that was just a label money grab because that's not what he would have wanted the album to be. You can tell based on his other posthumous album Skins that was like him on the project influencing it all. Mm-hmm. But that Bad Vibes Forever should not have ever came out because it was very bad. But it's just in the game. It's all about numbers and popularity and clout and all that stuff. I guess people don't realize the human side to it. It's just like we've been talking back to Logic a lot. It's just his whole album, and he's talked about it a lot how social media and acceptance from other people liking your stuff, not liking it, does actually take a toll on you, no matter how much money you're making. But switch gears.
Yes. Let's talk about your, rotation. Who's in your rotation right now?
Yeah, Malachi talk about his. He's more of like the boom bap, low key type of guys.
Like West Coast rap as well.
Yeah, I'm more mainstream. Like I listen to a lot of Travis, obviously. Yeah. I still got Astro in the rotation. The Scots was good. Obviously, I listen to a lot of Logic still. With the new album especially, I was very excited, and I was happy to see that
delivery.
Because he's delivered, and we've been going back and forth between this a lot, but he was hated for so long, and it's just nice to see social media and just stuff appreciating the project that he dropped. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting because that's just how music is, right? You either like it or you don't. Pop Smoke is in the rotation still. A lot of these guys I don't really need to explain because obviously Travis has. You got Rodeo, Birds, and Astroworld, which are all good projects in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Pop Smoke had a few good projects. He also has anthems. He's the anthem guy, Dior, Welcome to the Party, Foreigner, just fucking. The Woo is a great song too, with Roddy and 50 doing their thing. That was just a good project. In terms of just albums, like I was on a road trip a couple weeks ago, and I just listened to Travis's whole discography, and Rodeo is definitely a classic. I don't care what anybody says. Birds is very mixed opinions from people. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people think it's okay. I think it's a good project all the way through. And Astroworld is just good. I don't care what anybody says. It's a good album.
Astroworld is dope.
Like your psychedelic shit, you're like just chilling with the stars. It feels like it's a good album. Yeah. But yeah, Pop Smoke has some good mixtapes and this project. His deluxe was good. Some good features on there. But yeah, I mean, there's some other good stuff dropping this year. Hopefully, we still got a few months left in 2020. God help us. But But yeah, man, it's just been a crazy year for music because
music-wise.
they got nothing else to do.
Yeah, they've just been locked in, just making music, and it sort of shows like how in the quality of their work, like
when all you can do is just rewrite perfection, re-record everything.
Because they're not worrying about seeing people going to shows.
There's not really a deep schedule.
Yeah, exactly. They're really just locked in.
Yeah.
And it's showing in their releases too.
Because 2019 was a pretty mad year for music, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think most people would agree. There was some okay drops, but this year's been like blowing me away, honestly.
Yeah,
Aside from like, obviously the coronavirus and all that fuck shit. It's been a good year music-wise.
Yeah.
A lot of people are also waiting on Playboi Carti to drop. Whole lot of red. That shit not dropping. Also, Playboi Carti's ass, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a buck, EDP style, bro. That shit ass. What are your thoughts on Playboi Carti?
I mean, I haven't really tried. Like, I've tried getting into him. It's just not for me.
No, I listened to half of Dial It, and the Uzi song is fire. Shuda is so good. The Travis feature's fire. Love Hurts is great. He does okay in features, but I can't handle the yeah shit, bro. I just can't do the baby voice. It's annoying. His feature on Drake's mixtape, Pain 1993 is the fucking worst thing I've ever heard in my life. He dropped that single at me or something. That shit was fucking trash, bro. Stop. He's gonna drop that album. It's gonna be dick, bro. I'm fucking done. I'm done with him, bro. Fucking, oh my god. But yeah, among my other least favorite artists, fucking Nav, that motherfucker, bro. Nav seems like a nice guy, bro. I'm sorry. Nav seems like a nice guy, but every time this dude is rapping about how he drinks lean and fucks bitches, I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. He had that. I've never seen an album be more carried by features, yo.
It's been like also J. Cole dropped 2 tracks.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Those were good songs.
They're very good songs actually.
J. Cole's been garnishing a lot of hate this year, especially.
A lot of people. I think it's more so his fans that sort of give him this light that he's in when he's not. Because like he dropped a track way back in response to like No Name.
Wasn't that shit ass?
No, it was actually very good. It's a very good track.
A lot of people didn't like it.
People were mad because of what he said on the track, because he was saying it was somehow misogynistic. But I don't know, if you actually listen to the lyrics, like everything he said was perfect. Like, it was a perfect response, in my opinion. I think he said what he said, and people were mad. It's just a lot of stuff.
A lot of people were mad at him for not talking more about the Black Lives Matter.
It's because someone, it's artist No Name. She tweeted saying a lot of like these black artists like have like their
she came at Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick and J. Cole basically.
Even though Kendrick was literally protesting,
but
J. Cole was also protesting.
Yeah.
But like, it was Sean C. who said this.
Yeah.
You know Sean C.
Yeah. Sean C's dope. I like
that. He's a great reviewer. He was like, they've already said it before. They don't need to say it again.
It's like at some point, like he made a really good point. At some point, what more is there to be said that hasn't already been said? Like, like the whole situation with everything that's going on this year in regarding to Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. It's not just this year. Like, this year's when it's really taken its toll on social media, I feel. But
which is important.
But it's been these type of things have been happening for so long. Like, people and
like Kendrick has already rapped about it. J. Cole's already rapped about it. Logic said some shit about it. All these black artists have already said their piece. Yeah. And it's like now they're protesting. Yeah. But just because they're not being vocal on social media, doesn't mean they don't give a fuck.
It's almost like we've been warning. It's almost like a warning that they've been talking about before, and now all of a sudden,
now they're like, look, and this is the first time I think it's blown up on social media in a while, where it's like really people have been really like looking at it. Like, but I think more so also the media, because they, something to cover as well. The media looks at that and they're like, oh, let's look.
Yeah, and
there's also racist dumbasses walking around saying some stupid shit. Okay, I don't understand coming at influential black artists who have already made their influence known and their point known. Like Lil Baby dropped a really good single. The Bigger Picture. I
really like that single.
Very good song. Lil Baby has been going this year. Yeah. Apparently he just landed in Wyoming where Kanye's chilling, so that could be a decent track.
I mean, apparently he's Kanye's one of Kanye's favorite rappers.
Yeah. So but hey, but yeah, just we're talking about some old shit here, but I think it's still important to address
everything. It's still all relevant. Like, it's always gonna be relevant.
And it should always be relevant.
Until there's a change in the system, you know?
And the problem is, nobody really sees a change ever coming.
Exactly.
But I think it's important that these artists, because a lot of people look up to these artists, Cole, Kendrick, even Drake, The Weeknd, just Lil Baby, everyone like that.
A lot of people admire these artists, and it's
important to hear that they're on your side.
Exactly.
It gives you a sense of like comfort to hear that they're rapping about this, and I think it's very obvious that J. Cole and Kendrick think Black Lives Matter. Like, they're not gonna be like fucking racist or some shit. And No Name coming at them for no reason is just, they've already said this.
Yeah.
Cole raps about this all the time. Kendrick raps about this all the time. It just makes no sense to me, personally.
But going back to J. Cole, you know, I think that if we're sort of going in the direction of the 2 singles that he dropped with the next album, like, because I don't feel like he's dropped his best album yet. I feel like he has potential to drop something like better than all of his like past projects, and you know, it's I'm waiting to see what happens next.
A lot of people have been hating on Cole lately too. Yeah. Like, they think he's corny and he just says dumb shit. But I like his sound personally. Yeah. Kendrick, for me personally, I don't like his sound that much, but I'm not gonna say he's bad. You know, at some point you have to understand that between your opinion and artists being genuinely shit. It's different.
Yeah, there's a difference. Like,
I'm not gonna be out here saying Nav is fucking amazing. I'm sorry. Nav can make good songs, but I'm not listening to his album every day.
There's that.
I'm not gonna be out here shitting on artists for no reason. If you're bad, I'm gonna provide a reason as to why you're bad. I just think Nav raps about the same shit on every song.
Yeah.
Playboi Carti's fucking annoying.
But also, it's not just always just the rap. Like, the fan base too can be like very
toxic,
very annoying.
Uzi's fan base is pretty toxic, which is one of my problems with him. Like, the Travis fan base has been getting a little toxic lately. Drake's fans are okay, I think.
Yeah, Drake, like, you know,
everyone's a fucking Drake fan.
Everyone likes Drake. Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people hold Kanye to being fucking God, but I love Kanye.
Yeah, like, I like Kanye.
He's good. But yeah, man, it's just with this coronavirus thing, all these artists have been pumping out shit, and then we have the whole, the current Black Lives Matter movement, which should be going forever until we actually see change. But if that fucking dumbass president's still gonna be there, nothing's gonna fucking change. But hey, man,
like how you put that, the current Black Lives Matter movement, because it's always been a movement. You know, it's always been.
It's not new.
It's not new, and I feel like some people feel like it's new. People feel like because of social media, this is the first time it's really like blown up. But it's always like people need to realize it's something that we've been talking about for years.
Yeah.
Basically, just warning you.
But yeah, like we said before, this is a mainly rap hip hop podcast, but we're gonna be delving into life things, stuff that's going on. Yeah. Because you know Malachi's obviously a black man who has grown up here in Canada, where it's not all fucking fine and dandy. Yeah. Nobody is out here being fucked. America is probably worse, but Canada's not all that.
Canada's not perfect, and it's a lot of denial as well. You know,
like you'd obviously face some stuff, especially liking like a white sport like hockey.
Yeah.
There's like stuff in the dressing room that's come out. But it's interesting because with sports, it's a lot of white people, not white people. I don't know how to word this. Bigot, ignorant, dumb fucks.
Yeah.
Are like, oh, we don't bring politics into sports, but they should be in sports. Because we watch sports every day. We look at athletes and we're like...
We look up to these people.
Yeah. Like, even if people say it's cliche, like, we do. And a lot of people want to say they're just human. Like, don't value them like that. But we do. We put them to a pedestal. We watch LeBron fucking dunk every day. And LeBron's voice matters. He's fucking LeBron. Mm-hmm. Right? We're not going to be out here saying, oh, what do fucking care what LeBron says? No, that's fucking stupid. But I'm of the opinion that we do need to be... it needs to get better.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep trying until it gets better.
You also realize, you know, in music too, even though it's mainly music, they talk about this stuff in music too. So I feel like it's good that we, you know, talk about it as well, dive into that as well. You know, they're talking about it in their music. You know, we gotta be able to separate the art from like actual reality as well sometimes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's important that these big artists are addressing issues such as these because, as we said before, people look up to them.
Yeah. And
their influence is so large. Right? It's not like me or you talking about this. This is our first episode. 2 people are going to listen to this. It's going to be me and you. Right? But if someone like Drake is talking about it who has millions of followers and like influence on the world, people are going to be like, It's important. Even if you're already of the belief that Black Lives Matter, which everyone should be unless you're fucking stupid. But it is important. And I think that's what we want to take away from today. We talked about a lot of important stuff that happened in the music industry. Fucking Russ was talking about how Drake should go independent, and it would like, bro, Russ needs to shut up, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Motherfucking Russ. I don't listen to no damn Russ. I'm sorry, Russ. You seem like a cool guy. Same with Nav. Nav seems like a cool guy. I just fucking hate his music. I'm not out here bumping Nav, bro. I'm sorry. Bees in the Trap is fire, though. I'll give you that one now. All right, before we wrap up, one last thing to talk about. Fucking Tory Lanez doing some shit. His verse was fire on the What's Poppin' remix. I won't cap. Lil Wayne went hard on that too. Da Baby, you know what he be. Let's go. But yeah, Tory Lanez was in the news, making some drama lately.
It was a weird situation because like first we see pictures like Kylie Jenner, Meg Thee Stallion, and Tory Lanez are all hanging out.
They're chilling.
It's just chilling. Like, and then we hear Tory Lanez got arrested and Meg Thee Stallion got shot.
And we're like, wait a second.
We're confused. But then next it's like we hear Tory Lanez had shot Meg Thee Stallion, and it's like wow.
And then we learned he was 5'3" or 5'2".
I mean, we knew that. But.
I didn't know he was that short. But yeah, man, Tory Lanez good artist. I don't know why he's shooting at people.
I don't know why he shot her. People were making memes, but don't even know the situation. It's like
there's that video of Tory Lanez doing the freestyle, and when he stands up, he's the same height. You seen that one? Yep, that's crazy.
Like he stands from the chair, and he was the same height.
Literally, the same height. But I mess with Tory, bro. He's a good singer. I just don't understand why he's shooting at Megan Thee Stallion.
Like people are mad at Kylie Jenner saying, "Oh,
what the hell did Kylie Jenner do?"
She didn't do it. She was saying like, "Oh, she was just safe and sound." And people were mad.
What, they wanted her to get shot?
I don't know. People were just like, "Oh, she was like, she didn't say anything about it." Like,
what's she gonna say?
Like, I don't know.
She still doesn't fucking pay her Chinese workers or whatever, bro. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, people were mad at Kylie Jenner. I don't really understand. Like, you don't even know what happened, but you're just mad that she was safe and sound. Like,
I think that's going to wrap up the first episode of the Microphone Club podcast. We hope you enjoyed. This is the first one. We hope it did okay. There's definitely things we can work on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We'll be back.
We'll be back better than ever.
We'll be back next week. We have some things to work on. We're going to be more organized. We did ramble a bit and change topics a lot and go back. But just to wrap things up quickly, Logic, congratulations on the retirement. Looking forward to watching your live streams and following your career. You got some autobiographies and movies coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be great. Album was good. We're looking forward to other music coming out this year. So anyways, that's just to wrap it up. And the last thing I'm gonna say is Black Lives Matter. Treat everyone equal. Love everyone. And have a good night or day whenever you're listening to this. And
stream some Nav.
No.